Guess who's back?
You're now listening to Unapologetic, the podcast, with your two hosts, Trey and Reg, discussing any and everything unfiltered.
The question was when us women we're looking to move forward, from an ex, after giving them numerous opportunities, all of a sudden they want to act right, I guess, do the things that they should have been doing while they were in a relationship. And like I said, I just attribute it to one of those you don't know what you got till it's gone type situations.
Yeah.
But I think that's with men and women too, though.
I think it's with people, period, though. Like, once when you're living in something, man, you know what I mean, and then it vanishes or whatever the case may be, you always take that time to think back on what you could have done to be better, or the qualities that you did not appreciate.
Yep. I was gonna say that, what you took for granted.
Mm-hmm. What you took for granted, man.
And I think both do that, because even with these men that I guess that are not doing whatever they need to be doing or whatever else, it's probably some things that the woman has took advantage or took for granted. Like, he was like, he did some real fuck shit, or he was like, he really hurt me a lot, but he was a real, when he was on his game, he was on his game.
But the thing about it is, bro, women will portray that the next man is the best man, and he is everything he's the best thing since Jesus himself. You know what I mean? Like, this dude is everything. Won't give you credit for the type of things that you did that were positive in a relationship, man. Like, at least we will do it. Like, we not gonna rag a motherfucker out. Most of us anyway. Like, when in relationships, I would never rag out a woman. If a woman, even if it ended on bad terms, I'm at least give that woman her flowers on what it is that she did that made me happy or made the relationship better. Women are inclined to do that, I think, man.
So what you're saying is, you become everything but a child of God.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Me and Chip was talking about this. We was listening to Cry Together, Kendrick Lamar's song, and I was like, you know what? That's a typical insult that women throw out after, like, when she hurt or y'all not fucking with each other no more, your dick become little all of a sudden, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, come on. Now, when I had you in the Hucklebuck and I had you in the Cobra Clutch, right? You wasn't saying nothing about no little meat, right?
Yeah, when I was rearranging them organs.
Yeah, right.
Right at Pound Town, it was a whole different story.
Pound Town.
now my dick little. Yeah. But so with that, a lot of these men will do that because they still have access to the door is still open.
Tell me more. What you mean?
If he still feel like the door is open, of course, like, no. Well, there are some men that's going, like, do what they can, try. If a woman just, like, let's say a woman just completely cut off all access to her for you.
Okay.
Like, she's like, she don't want to hear nothing you saying. She's cold-blooded. She, makes it clear, completely 100% clear that she don't want nothing to do with you.
That thing stings.
It stings, but
okay,
you are less likely to be trying to, I guess, still be sliding back in that door if it's 100% clear that there is no going back. There's no opportunity.
I think it all depends, and I think it's a timestamp on that.
Okay.
I think it's a timestamp on that, because if you've been involved with a woman for X amount of years, months, whatever the case may be, she done told you that shit before.
Okay. She may have told it to you, but did she cut off all access?
Maybe for a season.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Think about it.
So now you done picked up on that pattern.
Yeah. Now but when the shit really hit the fan, it's like, yo, she really not fucking with me.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Then you gotta have a talk.
Yeah, when you realize that that access ain't the access that you thought it was. It is.
Then you gotta look yourself in the mirror and have a talk with God.
Come to Jesus meeting. and at that point, no matter how many times you rearrange them organs, it don't matter. That's a tough one to swallow.
It's a shot at your ego. It's a shot at your pride. It's a shot, man. The one thing a man can't handle, man, is the next man eating or enjoying what he thought was his honey bun.
Yeah, her doing those tricks with him that you
God.
taught her.
Ooh, wee. It'll make you want to go grab a gun and shoot. What Cuz say? I'm going. White man can't jump. I'm going to get my gun.
Yeah. So you said that they'll always make you. Well, not always, but most will make you feel like the next man is everything that you wasn't.
That you weren't. Yeah.
I think we're gonna get into that this episode.
That's fine. We can. Please, I got plenty.
I think we are. I'm looking at.
I got plenty.
Yeah. We gonna get into that. But what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Unapologetic Podcast. Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what we do. Y'all could be anywhere in the world right now, but y'all sitting here, either listening or sitting in front of a TV, tablet, phone.
Yes, sir.
Looking at us, and we definitely appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
What's good with you, man? What's up?
Man, cooler, man. Look, I'm blessed, bro. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy in life. I'm happy in life, though. You know what I'm saying?
Best thing to be.
Yeah, happy as I've been a long time. Come to grips with a few things in life. Some things I can control, some things I can't. And the things that I can't, bro, I'm not losing no motherfucking sleep.
Right, because you can't change the inevitable.
Right. I'm not losing no fucking sleep about it. So at the end of the day, I just move on. I move on with my life, man, and things have definitely shifted in the right direction for me, man, personally. For sure.
So that is the saying, right? Once you stop worrying about the shit that you can't control, then that's when other shit start falling in line. Sir. Yeah, I believe it. I absolutely 100% believe it. But that's a lesson I think we as people learn over and over and over again, because you always gonna try to worry about or fix some shit that you think you have control of, or you may have some kind of control of being control, which you really not. And then, once whenever that time comes that you feel like, because some do it sooner, some do it later, but once you hit that period where, I need to do me, I'm just,
finito. Yeah.
And then that's when these Lego blocks or Tetris blocks start falling in the right places.
I agree. So I agree, man. What's up with you though, big dog?
I'm chilling, man. Coming off a wonderful Memorial Day weekend,
Man, I didn't even talk about that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Celebrated my father's 67th with him. Young old man. Always a good thing, man. I said this to a friend, but one thing I do envy about my father, man, is he's always surrounded by love. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's kids, family, friends, whatever, he's it's always a group. If he say he gonna do something, or he want people to come over and fuck with him,
they come to fuck with
him.
They pulling up. Yeah,
a house
gang of motherfuckers. Yeah.
Always.
That's good, man.
Always. And it could just so happen to be him getting in a fight with somebody because they done got too drunk. And guess what? Next time he put something together, same motherfucker's gonna be there. Like the fight ain't even happening.
Yeah. I think I think that has everything to do with his character, man. And over the years, you know what I mean? That's just something that ain't something that's taught. That ain't something that's on you, that's in you. You know what I'm saying? No matter what you go through with certain people, you know, he shines bright, man. He shines his light on people, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And big family, man. And you know what? No matter how much you get on your nerves,
yeah,
it was just like, because he get on. When I told his wife, she was like, "Oh, your dad's getting on my fucking nerves." Like, he is like, he's on his bullshit again. He's and I'm like, "Oh, okay, like, yeah." She's like, "But you know, I love him. That's my, you know." So, but yeah, man, that's one thing. You know, I can only hope, you know, just to be like that. You know, when I get older, you know, just to have, you know, a birthday, or if it's just like a little mini holiday, you know, to put some shit together, and you know, I'm just surrounded by friends, family, children, whatever, man. You know, cause I think, you know, at his age, man, like that's just what life is all about. Like, you know, he was just like, you know, he was saying, you know, I'm so blessed. Like, this is probably one of the best days, you know, in my life. And he always say that, like, every time we get together, do something for him, especially like birthday or something. Like, to him, it's just like he gets better and better every year, you know. And
that's good though. That's the way it's supposed to be.
And it's simple, like nothing big, you know. No present. I took him a bottle of Crown, and he looked at it like,
what? Hey, we wasting time. Yeah. No, that's good though, man.
Yeah. But you know, and also, you know, a day for us to you know, reflect and honor, you know, our battle buddies that aren't here, that gave their life to, you know, either, you know, for us, or, you know, for just the people in general, for us and them to enjoy, you know, the certain freedoms that we do have in this world. So
yes, sir.
You know,
yes, sir.
Somber day, man, because I like, people post pictures and, you know, like, but I can't bring myself to do it, because it just like makes me feel a certain way. Like, I don't even like to really look at.
I don't do it either.
I can't do it.
I don't do it either. I don't do it either.
Just make me, you know, like feel a certain way, sad.
But we see it from a different light, because, you know, whether we wearing a uniform, have worn a uniform in your case, like, that's a part of our life. You know what I'm saying? That's something. Those are things that we will never forget about. Those are things that. I was talking to my homeboy the other day, who lost one of his players. He coaches up in Charlotte, right? So shout out to my dog Reg, man. I'll see you soon, very, very soon. But he said, man, you know what? He said, I had a coach, and it hit home. He said, you know, I don't want people that just look good or just want to sit back and just do this and do that. I want people that's gonna be in my foxhole in the trenches.
Yeah.
And I just started laughing. He never been in the military a day in his life. I just started laughing. I said, you know, that's what we live by, man. You know what I mean? Well, that's unspoken in our community. So, you know, when it comes down to that, people don't understand what it is, and when you are, whether it be third world countries or just away from your family, period. The only people that you have to depend on a lot of that time, or, you know, is the person to your left and to your right.
Strangers almost.
Yeah.
And you grow and build that bond with them, like you.
Facts.
You know, but yeah, man, just, you know, shout out to those, you know, our fallen battle buddies, and you know, their family that, you know, mourns them, you know, on that particular specific day that's, you know, set aside for them. Yeah. And, you know, we I don't know when it turned into like the cookout holiday and all the other shit.
It's wild.
I mean,
that's wild. But you know, it is what it is. Like, but it's wild, because one thing about it, like, I thought about, like, who's gonna get on who. I'm sure somebody get on the grill, but then when I sat back and thought about it, I'm like, man, fuck a barbecue.
Yeah, what are we really celebrating?
Half of the people don't know. They just use the opportunity to. You know what I'm saying? The same, and I'm not bashing anyone in particular, but think about this. The same people that are having these cookouts and dancing to Frankie Beverly and Maze are the same people that look down on you, or look at you, or turn their nose up because you served your country. Or because you work for the white man.
Yeah. Or yeah. You know, you're absolutely right. And yeah, and you looking at them like, nigga, you doing the same shit you doing when you got out of high school, like this like could have really, this like it changes a lot of people, man. It changes a lot of people, and for the better, for the worse, but it's what you let it do to you.
Surprisingly, man, my experience, bro. I mean, I've heard people, of course you've heard people crack jokes, you've read things online and shit like that. Mm-hmm. But surprisingly, some of the toughest, roughest people that I know, mm-hmm. even up to my big homie who shall remain nameless on this podcast, mm-hmm. he know who he is, right? Mm-hmm. Major in the streets.
Okay.
Right? Major in the streets, right? But he gained that much more respect from me when I joined the military.
Okay.
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
Right?
Because it ain't for everybody.
Yeah. My Paul was against it until I joined.
Okay.
And gained that much more respect from me. Right? So it's just all about people who really love you and know where you at and know who you are and excuse me, and know what you're trying to do,
right,
and know where you're trying to get. And if your route is the route that you and I are both taking, then so be it. The people that love you gonna stand behind you, support you.
Absolutely. I agree with 100%, man. Announcements. We got any?
Do I have any announcements? You know what? I always say I don't, and you remind me about some stuff, man. All the time. I don't think I have any real announcements. Well. I'll give credit to where credit is due. Shout out to the mother to my son, who pinned on First Sergeant today. You know what I'm saying? That's major. You feel me? That's a big deal.
Absolutely.
Coming where she comes from.
Mm-hmm.
So
black woman.
Yeah, right. Black woman. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to her and congratulations to her, and I know she'll do good in the seat. So
I have no doubt.
Yeah. So I'll definitely mention that.
Yeah, that's big. Yeah, I don't have any. Well, I guess I can't say. Listen, I started this yearly thing to where I want to do something, travel. I went to Dubai last year. This year I'm going to Jamaica. For anybody that wants to go to Jamaica, DM Unapologetic, DM JD. I mean, whatever else.
Yes, sir.
It's called Unapologetic Jamaica this year, and that's where we're going. November 14th through the 10th through the 14th. That Veterans Day weekend. Anybody interested, just DM me. It's a group trip. It's open to anybody. Come fuck with me.
Yeah, for sure. I'm in there like swimwear, cuz.
Yeah, we can talk about that after this. But yeah. So yeah, for anybody that wants to, I mean, it's a good. If you haven't went nowhere, you're scared to go somewhere by yourself. It's a group trip. You have, it'll be plenty of people. You can do your thing. It can be a couples trip for you, whatever else. You don't necessarily have to hang with the crew or the main body, whoever's there. I mean, you get there and do your own thing. It's just a way, for you to get outside the country, because there's a lot of people that's scared to travel by themselves, don't have nobody to travel with. So hey, but episode recap. Episode 96 recap. You want to start? You want me to start?
You can start.
All right. So
you can start.
I have a lot. Like I heard a lot of good things about it.
Okay.
Far as in just the talks we had, the content, some of the things that we talked about. Like a lot of people were like, witch, I never really believed in real life witch.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'll let you talk. I'm sorry.
So no, you good. Yeah. So I heard some of that. And prior to conversating with her, I never heard anything about karmic relationships, which we said that
we both
doing an episode.
Yeah, we both admitted
and just reading into it, looking into it. Has it broadened my horizon on some things that I didn't that I probably didn't know about or think certain things about. but I will say this. So let me go to, well, I wouldn't even necessarily say it's negative. So I was told, and you know this person, she knows she is. She probably watching or listening.
I know. Okay, we'll talk off air.
But
maybe I'll catch you when you talk.
Yeah. Okay. So she said, it was a great podcast, but she would say that that's not really our niche, which I kind of disagree with, because I'm not going to say we really have a niche or a strong point, strong area, strong, category that because we talk about any and everything, you know what I'm saying? And we're never subject matter experts in, all these categories. And the reason why we had this young lady here is to give us more insight on.
Yeah, like educate us.
So,
educate, yeah.
So even if it wasn't our niche, like we had someone here that, and it wasn't supposed to be, because that's why we had somebody here.
Right.
If we didn't have her here and we was talking about it, then that's a different story.
I have no idea who you're talking about, but I'll get it from you. I'll get it from you.
And they said, well, it was said that, I did put out, because I didn't know we recorded like over 3 hours.
Yo, I did. At first, I didn't even know the bonus stuff. I didn't even know that, because you know how I feel about certain things being seen on air. So I didn't. I didn't even know. That's why I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even fucking know. Like, it's cool. It is what it is. I am who I am. Like, but I didn't even know until I picked up on it. Like, all right, fuck it, we're rocking.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
But we did have a lot of footage. So
the initial episode was like 2 hours 45.
Was it?
And I cut some out of that, but the bonus shit I put out was damn near an hour.
Yeah. But on YouTube, I only saw like up to like 35 minutes of it.
Oh, okay. So it might have been.
But then it went black after that, so I don't know.
Oh, that's what it was then. That's what it was. Okay. So that makes sense. Makes sense. So it was about 35 then. But it was said that like far as it not being our niche, you can kind of tell, because the person said that you were kind of in and out of it, like you wasn't quite interested, but you know
me, and I beg to differ. But I was very interested,
because so even in the bonus, so that's why I was getting to it, because even in the bonus, you were like, listen, you can say this about this past episode that we did.
I made it clear.
You on this episode, you broke this shit down to the lowest level.
You just didn't dive in, like for me. For me, you just can't I just can't cannonball into some shit that I don't know about. If I'm ignorant to some shit, it's gonna make me uncomfortable. I want to know about it, but walk me into it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Walk me into it. And Brand, and shout out to Brandy. Thank you so much for coming on the pod. Yeah. Please come back whenever you want. Please.
Enjoyed you.
Yeah, man, I enjoyed it.
Thoroughly.
And so when you kind of, when people are ignorant to certain things and you walk them into your realm, then you make them comfortable.
Yeah. And she was fun with it too.
And right. She didn't force herself on us. She didn't force her beliefs on us. She gave us information, and she let us to pick what we wanted to pick up on and what we did not want to pick up on, and whatever we want to talk about. That's what she went.
And she said, like, I had to fill the room out first to see like what I was working with, where y'all was at.
And I can respect that.
Exactly.
That I can respect. I can't respect you, goddamn.
Yeah. And so then it was said that it was kind of offending. I was kind of offending or offensive, because it was like I was doing like a lot of, I guess, laughing or giggling, like it wasn't like are we serious? Is this like this can't be real? But I don't think I was, though. I mean, I watched the episode and I was like, I don't know, I think I was more or less intrigued by everything that was going on and going with.
I think you were comfortable.
Yeah, that too.
You know what I was told? I was told, and I clarified. I was told when it's so funny when she started talking about the Disney stuff
Mm-hmm.
and talking about how, you know, Snow White and the boy was witches.
Oh yeah.
They said my face went black and went like I was rolling my eyes. Well, I fuck with Disney, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? But I was picking up what she was putting down.
Mm-hmm.
All in all, man, as far as us having a guest, no offense to anybody we've had on here, but as far as having a guest and talking about some shit that I am completely and utterly ignorant to,
right?
It hasn't gotten any better than that for me.
And it tied into a lot too.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So I was so regardless. Yeah, I was rolling my eyes. She talking about motherfucking Snow White and shit like that.
Yeah, don't talk that.
Yeah, you know,
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in all actuality, I was intrigued by what she was talking
about. But
it
kind of made sense.
It did make sense.
Made you think.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It did make sense, man. So I'm a grown ass man, upset about Snow White being a motherfucking witch. I admit it. You know what I'm saying? Shit, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
But so that was some of the comments I had. You know, and of course the others like there were a lot of females. And women, for those that are offended by the term females.
Why you say that so hard, man?
Because
I know why you said that. I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you, man.
You know,
I'm fucking with you.
We got this politically correct thing, man.
Well, guess what?
Some crocker shit.
It is.
Because why aren't we offended by being called a male? But anyway,
yeah.
You know, there are a lot of women that say, hey, like I definitely believe in, you know, the spiritual realm, energies, astrology, the stars, and how all this other stuff, you know, you know, there were some that you know, I even had a couple that said, you know, I wouldn't say I'm a baby witch, but I do believe in some of that stuff. I have chakras. I do, you know, I burn sage, I do this, I do that, da 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 da. So I'm like, all right, you know, and you know, overall, everyone said they fucked with it, the episode in general, you know. And once again, shout out to Brandy. You know, she definitely bought some good content, you know, as far as what we talked about. It was not a weird moment at all. You know, conversation, everything, the energy just flowed in general. It's kind of like we just been talking forever almost. You know what I'm saying? Like we just, and so for those of y'all don't know, like we just came in here. She saw Dre, like, I've been in your house before.
Man, was the weirdest shit. Was the weirdest shit.
And from there, and from there we sat down and basically started recording. You know, we found something that, you know, we was going, you know, warm up to talk about, and we ended up talking about that shit like for a good little while, and we got rolling. What about you, man?
I think one more thing. I was told, see that, you know what? I know I heard the term baby witch. I heard her using the term baby witch. Obviously, I'm talking about a woman based on how I'm portraying it. But since she used the word baby witch or the phrase baby witch, that's how they get you to. They just tell you that they aren't all the way in tune, or they don't do readings, or they don't do this or whatever, and that's how they get you. And you know, I'm pretty smart, and I'm able to I can depict when people are trying to push whatever it is that they believe, their beliefs on me. And again, Brandy didn't do that whatsoever. She just gave us information. Everything that she said was informative. And she gave us facts, she gave us reasoning, and she gave, you know, she gave us cold hard facts, right? And I can respect that. Don't just tell me what you think based on what you believe. No, give me cold hard facts that I may be able to look up, or I may be able to reference and say, you know what, she's right or she's wrong. Like, I can respect that. Okay. Don't just talk out the side of your motherfucking neck, because I'm gonna G-check that every second of the day. Again, so shout out to her, man.
All in all, man, I loved it. Yeah, we'll have her back on. Actually, I talked to her today. She was gonna come back, but she couldn't. She's like, hey, just whenever y'all ready, let me know. I know we gonna talk about. I can get add some more stuff in. Because it's good to I would rather go outside of our comfort zone, like you said. Someone that's going to come in here and break it down and make you feel comfortable talking about it or whatever else. Outside of the comfort zone, because that to me that makes for good content in itself.
Yeah, no doubt.
And that's what we want to give y'all, good content. So yeah, so I mean, but that's all I have for the episode recap.
Yes, sir.
The bonus content, I did it, but I didn't check it out yet.
Well, I just skimmed through it, man. I skimmed through it. I don't know. Maybe that's one thing that I need to work on is going back and looking at our episodes. I guess to critique myself.
Okay.
And what I could have done better. I don't do that. I don't do that. That's one thing I don't do.
Okay.
To critique myself. I guess I listen to the opinions of others, but in all actuality, the opinion that I have of myself is the one that matters the most.
Yeah, weighs the most weight. Yeah. I kind of do it when I'm like working out, running, or doing some other shit. So yeah, I mean, it is like I just can't like sit down and like
look at yourself.
And I don't want to be that nigga like what I'm saying, like if you have like somebody come over and they're like, hey, what you doing? I'm just checking out my podcast. I just sit there, that's kind of like when the girls like they get in the car and be like, what the fuck is this you listen to? That's my new mixtape.
Yeah, but on some G shit though, I've had people that have been at parties or kickbacks or whatever, and the guys that are in the room, they say they want to hear some G shit, some real shit or whatever, and our podcast has been put on.
Yeah, I like listen.
So
I like that.
I love it. Now, granted, it was a lot of of the devil's nectar being passed around. So their attention spans were pretty short. But the fact that somebody could correlate hearing real shit to what we putting out, I can dig it, man.
Okay,
I appreciate it.
All right. Well, y'all, it's that time of. Well, it's that time for this part of the episode.
Give it to him.
That old sports talk.
Give it to him.
I'm not even give y'all the horn today, but so I'll let you intro this, man. The Donda Sports. I'll let you intro that.
Well, so okay, so I picked up on Donda Sports yesterday. Right. Yesterday, I picked up on Donda Sports and what Kanye was going to do. And for those who don't know, Kanye West or Yeezy, whatever you want to call him, Ye, whatever. I don't give a shit. But, he's trying his hand in the sports agency realm. Right. Which is cool. But the names that he has signed in the past 48 hours are very, very interesting. And with being Jaylen Brown from the Eastern Conference champion Boston Celtics and Aaron Donald from the Super Bowl champion Los Angeles Rams. And I think that those are two names that are very, 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 very interesting because if you follow sports, Jaylen Brown stands up for all things Black, all things equality.
Right.
He's not easily moved. I mean, he's not one of those guys that are all in the spotlight or, you're going to hear.
Absolutely.
I've never heard anything negative about him. This is a guy who graduated early from Cal Berkeley and was still able to go into the NBA draft early.
Roy, you let him get away because he wanted to come to Carolina.
Yes, he did, Roy. Yes, he did.
Get away, Roy.
Yes, he did, Roy.
Go ahead. Damn, Roy. Let them. Didn't even offer. God. Go ahead, yeah.
Jesus Christ. He was a dog at Cal too.
God. Yeah.
He was a dog. But anyway, And then you talk about Aaron Donald, who is one and the same. And also too with him, I mean, we're talking about, you know, the most dominant force in football. And I don't even think it's close. You know, I watched a video with this
Game
guy.
changer.
Game changer. I'm talking about triple team in the Super Bowl, and he still gets the sack. What are we talking about? Pause. What are we talking about? Right? Who believes what he believes, who stands up for what he stands for. So I think why I think it's so unique is because Kanye is so outlandish and says what he wants to say, and you never know, and he really has no filter as far as we know. But yet, and still, from a business standpoint, he signs two guys that are so far away from the spotlight vocally. Right.
Don't seek attention. Yep.
Don't seek attention. Let their game speak for themselves. And when the opportunity presents itself, as far as issues within the world, that's when they speak up.
I'm with you.
I can respect that. And shout out to Kanye, man. Yeah. Like again, like, you know, we talk our shit, and you know, we know that he's in a situation where he's hurt and he has to deal with issues as far as family issues. But one thing about it is that boy gonna get that dollar now. Yeah,
and I mean, hell, so with it, and we don't know a lot about it right now. Of course, there will be more because this is just a day or two old. So we'll learn more probably by next podcast. But I'm pretty sure Kanye is not going to be directly hands-on. He probably got a bunch of people under him that are, you know, going to make this thing work. But who better to be under when you're trying to learn the business, get money? You're talking about a billionaire. You know, for, like you said, whatever you want to think about Kanye, is the man knows how to market and make money. That's without a doubt. And those two players are, like you said, I mean, it says a lot. If these are the type of players that he's going to like go at and he's trying to represent, then, you know, it can be a good thing, man. Hopefully it don't become a clutch sports to where they're just trying to load up one team with a bunch of these same athletes represented by, you know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
But and I don't see it being that way, you know, but you know, because like we said, it's trying to help somebody get their money or helping, you know, and maybe it might be more than, you know, just, you know, okay, I got athletes on a roster
we'll have to see.
that I'm representing.
Yeah.
And
we'll have to see.
You know, so yeah, I'm interested. I'm interested to see what goes in. And while we talking about Aaron Donald, I guess he was on the I Am Athlete.
Yeah.
He said I'd be comfortable with retiring today if the new deal don't get worked out.
Yeah, he said well, you know what? There was talks about that before they even won the ring.
Right.
And that's just you know, him. You got to give him all the praise as far as, you know, understanding his worth, understanding that he's left a great impact on his game, and being comfortable in his own skin, and him understanding that he has goals. Yeah. He obviously his goal was to become a you know, a dominant football player. His goal was to win a Super Bowl. He has done both of those. He's achieved both. So now what's next? You know what I mean? Yeah. I think that's a goal. That's the definition of a goal-driven person. And that's priceless.
And when the sport is, I guess, you know, for some, when you're at the mountaintop and it ain't as fun as it used to be, it can get kind of boring, I guess. I mean, we've seen it with, not to compare Aaron Donald to Jordan, but we've seen Mike walk away from the game. Of course, there was a lot of other circumstances, you know, that happened to it, but we've seen other players walk away from the game at the top, i.e. Barry Sanders, Jim Brown. It's plenty of them.
Megatron.
So, yeah, Megatron. So we've seen it. Do I believe it? No, but I think his ass is gonna be on the field this year. But if he wasn't, I wouldn't be surprised.
I feel you.
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
I feel you. He still definitely has a lot of miles left on that body. As far as I know, from what I see, I don't know what he.
Yeah, because
I don't know about his ailments.
We haven't seen him suffer major injuries.
No.
We saw so another defensive player that was a force that was doing his damn thing, Patrick Willis. He left early.
He did,
but he suffered a lot of concussions.
Luke Kuechly.
Yeah, Luke Kuechly suffered a lot of concussions. We haven't heard anything like that from Aaron Donald, as far as the concussions and everything else. But to stay on football real quick, since we're here, Jimmy Garoppolo going to the Panthers. What do you think?
Wait, is it
well, so from what I was hearing today, reading,
I didn't hear anything
that he'll be throwing within the next 2 to 3 weeks, and it's a strong possibility that the Panthers are kicking the tires.
This is the first that I've heard about this.
So it was like, no one was really, because of course he should have been traded by now, but no one was like real interested because the shoulder surgery. But once he starts throwing and going through, the process and everything else, that's, of course there's going to be way more, people looking for him. And there, to me, just on top of my head, there are two teams right now that I think need a quarterback.
Okay.
Panthers and the Falcons.
Okay.
Need a quarterback.
Okay.
Okay. Panthers is a hometown team. I'm not a Panthers fan, but I don't believe in.
I give you 3. The Texans need
you can't. The Texans, yeah.
All right,
absolutely.
But moving on, go ahead.
I don't believe in what's his name? Your quarterback. What's your quarterback name? That came from the Jets. Sam Darnold. I don't believe in him.
Me neither.
I think the Panthers missed a golden opportunity by not drafting Willis, but that's for another day.
Well, I feel you, but I think Matt Carroll is more NFL ready. The quarterback that we drafted in all actuality.
I
that's what I believe.
Yeah.
I do. In fact, he's more athletic than Willis.
You think so?
I know so. But watch the tape.
All right.
He's more athletic. He controls the game better than Willis. Willis is, and I'm not taking away from his game because he has a big arm. His arm is bigger than Matt Carroll's.
So are you happy with him over Willis?
Yes.
What about I was about to say Trubisky. But not Trubisky. What about our guy?
Sam Howell?
Yep.
Of course I would love to see Sam Howell. Of course. I'm always believe in Sam, and Sam we trust, right? But I understand you have to go with a quarterback that you feel is best. And on our draft board, Matt Carroll was the best.
Okay. You think Sam take the job in Washington?
Yes.
I think what's his name?
The guy from
that went
Colts.
That went from Philly and then to Indiana y'all know who I'm talking about. But I think he.
I'm gonna look him up right now.
There's no pressure on him, so I think he probably plays good now. He probably plays good. There's no expectations. I think, but I mean,
I'm listening to you.
I would love to see Sam, but I think with no pressure, no expectations, he probably plays a little better than he did his last year and a half, 2 years in Philly, and that year in Indianapolis.
Carson Wentz.
Carson fucking Wentz.
Maybe.
Oh, he
they stink.
Yeah, he stinks.
Yeah, he's fucking Rudy poo. You know what? I think he's not as talented as Sam, man.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Not even as mobile.
Yeah, no, he's not as mobile. He's not as talented. I think Sam has the bigger arm. I think it's going to be a maturation process and how long that's going to be for them.
So, arm, athletic wise, I think Sam was probably top 2 quarterback in that draft, in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Probably putting it all together, but yeah. He got a bad rep because the season didn't go how we thought it should have went.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is, man. What do we have? What do we have? Playoffs. I really don't want to talk about that game 5, Dallas and Golden State. That series went how I thought it would have went.
Me too.
I would tip my hat to Luka more than anything. The Warriors didn't show me anything that I didn't already think or know or expect.
Right.
Luka, I think he kind of throughout the series he confirmed what is being said or whatever anybody wants to say. Like he's coming.
He's different.
He is.
He's different. Yeah.
So that would be the only thing I would have to say about that series in general.
Yeah, he's definitely different. He's definitely different.
Boston and Miami.
Wow.
It was a good 6 and 7, man. Just so the whole series in general, like the officiating was terrible, but 6 and 7 was really on some other shit. To me, from what I saw. So I said Boston in 6. I think
you did. Yeah.
I think Boston let 6 get away from them, but I do realize that when they called that offensive foul on Jason Tatum, that like took all the win out the sail, which wasn't a fucking offensive foul anyway, because they made the same call on Andrew Wiggins when he dunked on Luka, but then they reversed it.
Right.
And then in game 7, Jimmy Butler did that same thing, and it was a no call. So
right.
I mean, there's a lot of, but then Jaylen Brown missed 2 free throws in 6, and everything just happened after 6. But I mean, shit, if you want to say it, we can say these motherfuckers won the game 7 on Memorial Day anyway. I mean,
yeah, that's the way it seemed. That's the way it seemed.
Even game 7, like it was like that game just seemed wonky and weird and funny in itself because of the calls and all that other shit. So I don't know.
It seemed like a 2K game.
It did.
It seemed like you were playing an NBA 2K game. To me, that's the way that's what it felt like I was watching. Shout out to Miami for playing a good series.
Shout out to Jimmy fucking Butler.
Yeah, no doubt. Shout out to Jimmy. Jimmy really did his thing. Some people, well, arguably, so surprisingly, I know that I haven't seen too many sports talk shows, but when it boils down to it, I think in a situation like that where he pulled up and took a 3-pointer, they say it's a bad shot, but it was a wide open shot in transition. Things that NBA players do today. He just missed it. My man said it, if he makes it, it's a great shot. If he misses, it's a bad shot, right? Because due to the points.
You have 2 type of niggas.
Mm-hmm.
You have a motherfucker that's going for the kill.
Yes, sir.
And you have one that's gonna settle. And not saying going for the 2 is settling, but you have if me and you and whoever else, like you want a motherfucker beside you that's like scared money don't make money.
Yeah.
Like,
because I'm a true believer in that.
Are we playing conservative all the time? Or we willing to put your nuts on the table and say, okay, this is what I got right here.
Yeah.
Or you're gonna be like
at home.
So yeah, I'm comfortable with the nigga that's willing to put his damn nuts on the table. Like, okay, what we doing? I can live with it. I'm fine with it. I'm not mad at the shot.
Nope.
Do I think it was a bad shot? Maybe. Is it Jimmy Butler shot? Not really. He don't really shoot, pull-ups, but he got the hot hand. And anybody that got a hot hand, I'm comfortable with it. Am I comfortable with Max Strauss shooting 3 3-pointers after that? Even though he hit 1, but this nigga took the next 3-3-pointers after that, you know, trying to tie the game up or, you know, and no, I'm not comfortable with that because, hey, this nigga, Jimmy is cooking.
Yeah.
He's cooking. So
you win and lose with your soldiers.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know. You got any, you want to give predictions for the finals? I mean, we might as well before the series start. We start tomorrow.
Warriors in 6.
I got the Warriors in 6. I would want to say Boston, but and before, after game 5, I said Boston. I think Boston could give them problems and win, but game 6 and game 7 really change that for me because Boston has too many lapses or spans to where they are so unproductive.
Golden State does too, though.
Yeah, but
think about it.
But when Golden State is hot, they are hot.
But so is every other team in the NBA.
But not like Golden State, though.
Well, because they shoot 3-pointers.
Yeah, but Golden State has them, but they're not as much though. Like so, for instance, this game 7, right? That Boston just played. Miami forced the ball out of Tatum hands and Brown hands.
Yes.
We saw they knew Marcus Smart was off. We saw Marcus Smart shoot 4 consecutive 3-pointers and missed them all.
Bonehead plays.
And then the 5th time down the court, he drove the ball to the basket and didn't even get a layup. Took a bad layup. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. Like and they can get away with that with a Miami team.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because Miami wasn't scoring either.
Yeah,
but it's not going to be. It's going to be rare times that you were going to like. Boston is going to come down, bad play, don't score. Golden State come down, bad play, don't score. Like Golden State is going to catch fire somewhere in between there. When you got, you know what I'm saying? When they're playing Boston and Miami, like we can count on our hands how many times they went over 100 points. They was playing like, 85, 90, 90 to 95.
Yeah, what Jason Tatum said it, which surprised me. He said the key to them turning their season around when they were 23 and 24 under 500 was committing the defense. And that I think that Theus pickup was good too. Yeah. The big white boy, and because who they get rid of? They got rid of Cantor and somebody else. Yeah. Schroeder. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah.
But Theus ain't really had no big impact on the playoffs.
No, I think the first round. Well, in the season, but
the season.
Yeah. Once the playoffs started, yeah. But yeah. So we both got Golden State in 6. I would love to see Boston pull it out. I think if Boston happens to pull out, it will be in 7. But
yeah,
I see Golden State 6. That's it for that, man. We can talk about this real quick. Whose era is this? Steph or LeBron's? 2010 to now.
LeBron.
Absolutely, no doubt. I mean, okay. There's no debate on that.
It's not a debate
at all. But it seems like it's a big debate on every sports channel right now. Well, some have their beliefs in whoever, but I mean, I cannot say it's not LeBron's. And you talking about a guy that went to the NBA Finals 10 straight times, regardless of what team he was on.
Yeah.
Can you take Steph off Golden State and put him on Orlando Magic and go to the finals? No.
Absolutely not.
I don't think so.
Absolutely
I think if you put LeBron on Orlando Magic, they are
a contender
to go to the finals.
Yeah. So you have to.
So yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah. Shout out to Steph though.
Yeah. Monkeypox.
What the fuck is a monkeypox, man? What the fuck is a monkeypox?
I don't. So from reading it, I would say it's a distant cousin of chickenpox, maybe. But so we've had now like 3 or 4 confirmed cases in the U.S. But to dig deeper into monkeypox, because we won't even talk about the minor shit. And of course, it's a funny topic and subject because it just don't make no fucking sense because we're coming off COVID and it's kind of like, okay, COVID had its turn. Okay, this medical company, hey, we did this, did that, did that. Hey, listen, Moderna, Pfizer, whatever. Like, hey, y'all, Johnson Johnson, y'all had y'all turn. Like, now let's put this monkeypox out there. So XYZ, because I'm pretty sure there'll probably be a vaccine that come out soon for monkeypox, and I guarantee you it'll probably be another company outside of these three that had this COVID shot. But the interesting thing is, and it ain't even really interesting, that I find peculiar is monkeypox originated in Africa.
Okay, I did not know that. Listen, this is what I think. All of this shit is made in a lab. All of this shit is sent out or put out or placed out to control numbers as far as humanity goes. Right. I truly believe that. Is it real? Yes. But is it man-made?
I believe so. Absolutely.
Yes.
And back to the African thing. Why is all this shit originated in Africa?
Because people are full of shit. That's
why.
Yeah,
that's why. And hey, listen, y'all not about to fucking fool me. Like, I'm not gonna drink that Kool-Aid. I'm not gonna drink that Kool-Aid. No. It ain't nobody like. Yeah. Because AIDS originated in Africa, right? Allegedly, the first COVID patient was in Africa.
Allegedly,
the first whatever was in that. Like, are you kidding? Like, how does this shit just magically appear on one continent?
It's not, Reg.
Exactly.
It's not.
Exactly.
It's not, my friend.
It goes back to the test dummy theory. Okay. Like, hey, we're gonna test this shit out. We're gonna, because you have doctor, scientists, whatever else, we can inject these motherfuckers with this shit or whatever, test it out, see what's going on with it, and guess what? Now we have a fucking outbreak.
Right.
But whatever. I'm about to fuck this guy's name up. Isimemen. Well, I'm just gonna say Mr. Etute, Mr. Etute, or Mr. Etute.
Okay.
Virginia Tech football player.
Yes, sir.
We talked about him
a while
ago. Yeah. You're absolutely right.
I don't even remember what episode that was.
No, me neither. But it was an interesting case. And so you want to catch him up, or you want me to catch him up?
Well, I can. It's fine. So basically, this young player out of Virginia Tech, he got charged with assault and battery. Murder.
Yes.
Was it second degree though, right?
I believe so.
Second degree murder, because he met a person online, met up with the person.
Tinder.
Oh yeah. Tinder, met them online, believing that it was a woman. In all actuality, it was a man posing as a woman. Transgender did not let him know what was going on. One thing led to another. A physical altercation occurred, and the imposter died.
So
correct.
Well, so
he did.
The first time he received oral sex from him.
Oh yeah, okay.
So and then they were still in communication with each other, talking, and I guess through conversation he got like a little like, is this a motherfucking man or a woman?
Yeah, a little inkling that it was like, wait a minute. Yeah.
And so next time they got together, he was asking the questions, didn't get no answer, and he reached between the legs, and there was a dick.
Yeah.
And then physical altercation pursued, and he beat this man to death.
Yes.
And so from there, now we have the court case.
Right. And he was acquitted.
Absolutely.
He was acquitted on it. I'm happy that he was acquitted. Again, I don't have any ill will or feeling towards transgender or whatever the case may be. What you want to be is what you want to be, and that's just what it is. However, you can't be out here faking the funk on people, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to give people the opportunity to make the choice for themselves, right? And in this situation, it did not happen. So this young man felt violated, right? And we don't know what happened in that vehicle. We don't know what happened in that setting. But the young man felt violated, and so the young man did what he felt like he needed to do to protect himself. Regardless, I'm not condoning violence. I'm not condoning murder.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we don't know what truly happened. The bottom line is we know two things. He was led astray.
Yeah.
And he defended himself.
Right. So while I definitely agree with you 100%.
Okay.
I'm going to say my piece.
Yeah.
But I do want to play devil's advocate too.
That's fine.
So I agree with you 100%. Far as in, because, and of course we're going to sound transphobic, homophobic, but we're not. When you're engaging with someone and you are homosexual, you're a straight man, straight woman, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
You're not interested in the same sex, whether it's trans or not. And if it so happened to be that case, you want to be aware of it. You want to have the opportunity or option to say, no, I'm not, into that. He didn't get the opportunity. But so now on the other side, when you look at it, did this person deserve to lose their life?
No, I don't think so.
So I think that's where the other side comes in, because of course you're going to have the trans community, and shout out to the trans community. We don't have anything against you at all. I, like Dre said, however you want to live or whatever you want to be, that's fine. They're going to say, that we aren't protected. We aren't, we don't have the freedoms that others have. We aren't respected. We aren't this, we aren't that. And they may look at this case or trial as, something that confirms that,
right.
I'm with you. I don't think that, a person, trans man or trans woman, deserves to lose their life over this. But also, if I want to flip flop to the other side, you can't really dictate how a Dre or Reggie or whoever else would feel once they have just found out that they've been entertaining or having sex, some kind of sexual activities going on with someone of the same sex.
Yeah, man. Bro, I can only imagine, man, what that feels like, man. And again, like you said, for the third or fourth time, not condoning someone losing their life. Don't know the chain of events that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Do know that it's a crock of shit, man.
Right.
It's a crock of shit, dog.
Do you think this sets new precedents for cases like this?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think it does, and I
probably
do think that. So I understand where a trans person would say, like, "Hey, we are kind of scared or worried about, revealing such information because there are people that are specifically in the mind frame of, I'm gonna, harm a trans person. I'm gonna kill them. Like, let's say someone hops on in your DMs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or let's just say, and we know you don't do this, but let's just say you see someone like, damn, that motherfucker bad. Like, let me see what's going on. You hop in the DMs, right? And y'all entertain each other for a little while.
Okay.
The next thing you know, they was like, well, hey, look, before we go any further, let me let you know I'm a trans man. They may feel like, okay, this nigga gonna find me. Like he feels some kind of way because, you know, he ain't gay, he ain't this, he ain't that, and blah blah blah. So when I catch this motherfucker, I'm gonna fuck him up. Right. I mean, but that, so, you know, from reading comments and everything else, that's how some of them feel. Like that's what's gonna happen. And that so and look, not to, you know, downplay anything. That's what has happened to a lot of trans people. Like, you know, someone like they have been entertaining someone and came out and told them the truth. Like, hey, this is what's going on. You know, before we go any further, like there has not been any kind of sexual activity. There hasn't been this, you know, we've just been communicating, talking on the phone, whatever else, you know, and the shit turned violent.
Yeah. I think to answer your question, yes, it's going to shift in the way these type of court cases, because there will be plenty more on how they're swayed, man. Bro, be honest with people, man.
I think that's the best policy, though. We said that a couple podcasts ago.
Yeah.
Honesty is the best policy.
Yeah. Just give people the opportunity to make a choice, man. Please.
But you know, a lot of these, so here's two sides of the story. You have motherfuckers that's like faking the funk, and they're curious.
Okay.
But and some of these, you know, the trans community or this trans person may know it, but then you got, you know, motherfuckers that's not. So it's hard. I guess for them, it's hard to differentiate. Like, I like this person. I don't know. Like, they just may be acting hard around the boys because they don't want to, you know, them to think that they like trans people, whatever else. But, you know, I'm going to entertain this. But no, I think everybody just got to be honest with everybody. Like, hey, look, I don't get down like that. Hey, I'm trans. Okay, well, you ain't for me. I mean, it's a hard one, man. But I just think 100% transparency is good in all cases.
100%.
Because me, there ain't no doubt. Like, I'm looking for a woman. I'm looking for a woman. If we conversating, we in each other's DMs, and you ain't a woman, hey, just bow out, block me, do whatever you gotta do.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you reveal to me and let me know, like, I'm not going to make it my duty to hunt you down.
Yeah, no.
I feel some kind of way. Like, listen, like it's not that serious. Like,
no.
So yeah, but touchy situation, man. Just far as, and you know that, because like we said, no one deserves to lose their life over that. But you can definitely see why this man may have went into a rage.
Yes, because
I mean, we're talking about a 19-year-old boy, full of testosterone, hormones, college student environment. And can you imagine what would be said about him if someone found out, damn, you had a man sucking your dick? You're a Virginia Tech football player. From what I heard, he was pretty good. So I mean, it's a lot to it. And then we talking about, and we said this, it was a 19-year-old boy, and the man was what, 40 something, maybe early 40s, maybe late 30s.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I won't comment on the age. I mean, because at the end of the day, you know, the young man from Virginia Tech is an adult.
He is
by law.
He is
not by experience.
Right.
But you know, I'm just glad that this young man is not going to do any jail time, and I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, we leave it at that, because that can get controversial. That can get controversial. They get real controversial. So the school shooting at Robb Elementary, right?
Out in Texas.
Yep.
Okay.
Since we last recorded, reports have came out that and it's all about the police. Police had cold feet entering. They entered, was fired at, came back out. They prevented parents from going in to save their kids when parents wanted to. There were reports of this lady that actually went in there and got her kids and came out. There are reports of there are certain police officers that went in, got their kids, and came out. But for the most part, a lot of the kids a lot of the parents were not allowed to go in, and the police didn't go in.
Right.
How you feel about that?
From a citizen standpoint, I can see how that could be disheartening, how that could be an issue, how that could grind someone's gears, how, as a civilian, that breaks your heart, like it makes you angry. It gives you so many different emotions, right?
Right.
But I look at it from the other side of the fence also. Law enforcement, just like military, abide and live by orders. So,
okay.
At the end of the day, there's no way that all of those officers sat out there and didn't do anything about. Well, it is a way, but I have a hard time believing that the call wasn't made for them to stand down until whomever saw fit. Now, for the people that went in and got their children, I understand to a certain degree.
Okay.
But if you are a man or a woman of the law, it's just not about your babies. And that's the problem that I have with all of it. With all of it, I have issue with that.
Yeah, there are other kids dying, and you just that's a tough one. I hate to say it like there's other kids dying, and you're just worried about your kids and grabbing your kids when you could potentially like save more kids, i.e., eliminating the threat.
It is tough. It's very tough.
So this question would stem from police reform, defunding. I still to this day I still don't understand what defunding the police would do. My loose idea or thought of it would be, okay, we kind of police ourselves. We leave it to neighborhood watch, neighborhood to a community type thing. But where do we get with that? Like, so I think defunding the police turns into the Wild Wild West. So I honestly, and I will say when I'm ignorant to anything, and I might be ignorant to police defunding.
Me too.
I don't know exactly what that solves or causes. Like once that happens, if it happens, where do we go? Where do we get policing from? Like I don't know.
Dog, I'm with you. I don't understand defunding law enforcement. I think we spoke on it in our first few episodes, and I jumped the gun. I don't really know what that means or what that would do. Maybe I need to do my homework. So I'm not even going to speak on that.
Yeah. I mean, so what about gun control? How do we implement? Because I mean, I think in America it would be so hard. But if you look at other countries, as far as in European countries, Asian countries, and these other countries, like the gun violence is at a minimum.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like in some of these countries, the policemen don't even have guns. Okay. They have batons and maybe tasers.
Okay.
There are far more school shootings in the US and far more mass shootings in the US in a year than there have been in every other country put together for the last like 50 years, I think. Wow. I'm talking 1 year.
That's wild, bro.
In the US. And you're talking about putting every other country together and then combining their mass shootings for 50 years. Like there's still more U.S. shootings in a year.
That's wild. That's wild. That's wild, man. Gun control, dog. I don't have the answer for that either, Reg. I don't have the answer for it, man. I do know. I do feel as though, man, I'm not even gonna say that because as an 18-year-old, you can pick up a rifle and defend your country.
Yeah, and that's a whole nother thing because you can do so much as an 18-year-old besides buy alcohol, do this, do that. Like, why can't you buy alcohol at 18, but you can go die for your country, or you can go like there's so much other things you can do, but you can't buy alcohol.
Yeah. So one thing you can't do is
age-old question.
Buy alcohol. But I don't know what the true answer is for gun control, Reg. And I'm usually not one that's at a loss for words, but I don't know because I want to be able to defend my family.
Right. You want to feel protected. And it's bad that you have to feel protected.
Yeah.
Just to have a gun, you have to feel protected because you can go to these, like you can PCS to Germany right now.
Okay.
They don't have a weapon at all. And you ain't never got to worry about a motherfucker breaking in your house, breaking in your car, robbing you, like none of this shit.
Well, they pickpocket out there.
Somewhat, but I mean, imagine a motherfucker run up on you and pickpocket.
There's some bad motherfuckers that pickpocket out there, man. That's their thing over there in Europe, man. They pickpocket the dog shit out of you. But no, on some serious shit.
Yeah, I believe it. But hey.
Yeah.
I'm as paranoid as I am. Motherfucker get too close to me.
Yeah. Man, I don't know. And I'll have to sit back and really, really think about it and how what we need to do as far as gun control goes. I don't want to speak too soon. I just know that something needs to be done. But at the same time, I want to have the freedom to protect my family.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't, okay, I'll do it. I think licenses are necessary. There you go.
I
think licenses are necessary
because now when I think about the talk, like it's so easy for motherfuckers to get guns. It's easier to get a gun than it is to get a rental car.
It's easier to get a gun. The talks it's more easy. It's easier. The talk isn't about guns. Wait, what am I trying to say? So
it's easier to get a legal gun,
than
it is a rental car.
We're trying to control women from having abortions, but we're not really putting any emphasis on gun control. Right? That's scary, man. It's very scary.
A woman cannot do what she wants to with her body, but it's easier for,
That's nuts, bro. This is America, man. This is America, and we need to put some stipulations on who gets licensed. I think people do need to be licensed.
Yeah, the checks need to be more thorough, more and I don't even know how they go through the checks and what they do, but it's always funny how once this shit happens, reports come out and it says, oh, such and such was saying this on Facebook. They were saying this on Twitter, saying this on IG, blah, 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 blah. This is going on. The FBI or whoever else was monitoring this account because. So what was you doing? So how did this happen if this person was on the radar?
How did it happen? How the fuck did it happen?
This is America. So they probably wasn't really on the radar. Everybody just went and dug into all these tweets after this person did this. I'm like, oh yeah. And then all of a sudden, it only takes a day or two, but of course, for us it's different, but it only takes a day or two. to, oh yeah, this person was dealing with mental issues and they were bullied and this happened.
What
and
about
that
his
happened.
mom saying, I know he had his reasons? What about that? How fucking insensitive is that? Fuck his reasons. He killed babies. Ain't no fucking reason to kill no fucking babies. No. What are you talking about?
Yeah, if you in high school. If you bad, nigga, go to high school and do this. Go to your school. You go to a middle school?
There's no reason to kill green babies.
Anybody but babies at that.
Anybody but babies? Come on.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say about
it. To move off of that, because this is
it's tough.
Touching, tough. Because we both have, toddlers in our lives that we dearly care for that will probably be in elementary.
At the end of the day, young babies. We whether they're 2 or 22, that we have babies. Period.
On Drink Champs.
Okay.
Tank. He had comments about Sam Smith's song. Stay with me.
Yeah.
A lot of what he said really made a whole lot of sense. I saw a lot of chatter, talking about the Kendrick Lamar album and to why it's not received as well as some of his other albums. But so I will put the Tank clip snippet in right here for y'all.
Yep.
Sam Smith gets to sing a great song about stay with me. That goes straight to power rotation on a mainstream radio station. If I sing that same song, stay with me, limited bandwidth. Because our violence isn't the threat, our love is. Our family separated. It's fine. It's perfect. The man staying with his family and raising his kids and pouring into his woman. That's the threat.
You're about to be a preacher.
That's.
I feel that's amen. Praise God. Holy Spirit just hit me.
And that's what R&B stands for, and that's why R&B takes such a back seat, because we're not promoting the aesthetic that continues to perpetuate the stereotype. You guys are killers. You guys are animals. You guys are savages. That's when you're at your best. So that's what we're going to reward. Those are the guys who get the $100 million deals. Those are the guys who fill up the arenas and stadiums and talk that shit. We love when you talk that shit. Love? We're cool.
And y'all heard it. So, in a nutshell, a white man keeping his family together is viewed as a great thing. It will resonate well, get more mainstream, approval. A black man or black woman, whoever else. So anyone trying to keep the black family together is not going to be as welcomed.
Okay.
I tend to kind of agree.
Okay.
But I don't know if it is a black man that's singing that song. If this song probably don't hit, it probably don't get as much notoriety or popularity. What do you think?
I spoke on that prior to me coming to the crib, man. I have to agree. And I was going off of sheer talent.
Okay.
While Sam Cooke, RP to Sam Cooke, yeah. Sam Smith, excuse me, is a hell of a artist, right? I fuck with Sam Smith.
Right.
Is he really fucking with Tank? The answer is no, in my opinion.
No. Singing wise, no.
Singing wise, pen,
no.
all that.
No.
That's what I'm saying. He fucking with Tank.
No.
And I think, like you said, Tank was saying, you know, Black love and the Black home.
It's a threat.
It's a threat because it goes everything against what our society wants us to believe. Right.
Right.
So I'll have to agree with Tank. I didn't think about it from that aspect until he said it. But again, you know, Tank gets his flowers in our community.
Mm-hmm.
Worldwide, I'm not too sure that he does.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, because I think if you outside of our culture, if you ask somebody about Tank, it's probably crickets.
Or that he's gay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So to advance a little bit, the Kendrick Lamar album had a lot of talk about, you know, what's wrong in the Black community, strengthen the Black community, changing the narrative or the conversation, having these tough conversations. And this, while I still think to this day, this is a good album. I haven't heard a lot of negative. Well, there are some, you know, but this album isn't as received as Damn, Good Kid, Mad City. When you think about Good Kid, Mad City, it was a lot of violence and, you know, murder, gang shit. Damn, not so much, but you can definitely tell the difference between Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, between Good Kid, Mad City, Damn. To Pimp a Butterfly was not received the greatest.
Right.
And I think they're along the same line. So when you think about it, I think it do kind of hold some kind of credence because, you know, when you have when you think about it, does it seem like that we the violent side of our culture or Black people is more publicized or mainstream than the side that, you know, people want to I guess uplift the community? Yeah. When you look at some of the biggest songs, biggest hits, even transition to female music, when they want to talk about some thought shit, some ratchet shit, some whole shit, like that gets way more. Even the toxic shit that Summer Walker or Kehlani or whoever else want to sing about is way more, you know, publicized than, you know, holding down a Black man, loving a Black man, doing this, doing that, or whatever else.
Well, also too, let's just be honest, in our community, I mean, it happens everywhere, but in our community, it is relatable.
It is.
But from an artistry, what I'm saying is from an artistry standpoint, from a talent standpoint, from sheer, you know, people putting their life on wax, or people showing and proving what it is that they have to offer. Negativity seems to surround the Black community,
right? And that's what,
and it's put at the forefront.
That's what gets more attention than the positivity.
Yes.
Because even Tupac's biggest songs, because Tupac has a Dear Mama, I Keep Your Head Up, but are those his biggest songs though? Not really.
They are his biggest songs.
Are they? You think so?
Yeah. No. Are they his best? Are they his biggest songs? Yes, they're his biggest songs. But are they his best songs? No. They're his biggest songs because they're put at the forefront.
Yeah.
Dear Mama is a classic. It's timeless.
It's a classic. Music. It's timeless for music wise.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So biggest, yes.
But I don't think.
What's bigger than
popularity wise? I don't know. I mean, we'd have to look it up.
No, I beg to differ. Popularity, that song is going to be,
and number wise,
yeah. Streaming wise, Dear Mama is probably his biggest track to date.
All right.
Oh, not to date, because he
maybe California. California Love might be bigger.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think when it might be a toss up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hell, we can go to Spotify and see. But that's just one streaming site.
Yeah, it's
but
just one streaming site.
The reason why I say that is because, you know, when it comes down to Dear Mama, you know, it's about something that's precious.
Mm-hmm. It is, and it ain't necessarily. Well, so Dear Mama is not necessarily what we were speaking about, as far as and what Tank was saying, upholding, supporting, promoting the Black family or black love. That's just, you know, praising a mother. That can be that can necessarily be whether you're white or Black. So yeah, that's kind of broad or vague. But when you're specifically talking about, you know, the Black family or keeping this Black family together, Black love, I definitely see where Tank is coming from.
So okay, I mean, I'm looking at Rhyme Junkie. Rhyme Junkie says, "Live and Die in LA" is number 1. Go figure, right? Dear Mama, number 2. California Love, number 3. Right? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, I'm looking at something else, and it says his signature song is "I Ain't Mad at You." Yeah.
Shout out to Rhyme Junkie.
You know.
Yeah, like you said, go figure. But yeah, I thoroughly agree with Tank comments. I don't know, y'all. Listen, comments. Y'all can let us know what y'all think. I do think that narrative is a scary and touchy one for just, you know, us wanting to, you know, strengthen the Black community, Black family, Black love, all that other good stuff. That is a threat. And not just that, just people of color in general.
Okay.
Because I think that's a threat in general. People of color, because there is supposed to be one dominant, and according to that side, there's supposed to only be one dominant. Everyone to tell us, your all lives matter, you're this, you're that, but we know for the most part, that is a direct insult or slap in the face to, you know, Black Lives Matter or whatever else. If even if you said people of color lives matter too, it would be the same thing.
What do you mean?
But we know people, white people don't get treated the same or die as frequently as people of color.
In terms of what?
Police violence.
Okay.
If you want to say the terrorist acts that happen, if you want to say the Asians, the Hispanic community, I mean, there are people that actually seek out, you know, people of color or these pockets of races to actually do violent acts.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't necessarily see like a Black man, white man, or Asian man is like, you know what, I'm going to go to this grocery store that I know is in an all-white neighborhood and just shoot it up.
You know the number one cause of death in our community? Do you know? No. Well, yeah. I mean, obesity.
Another story for another day. Because you know what? Because a lot of us don't believe shit stink till it's knocking on our door and we smell it.
Moving on.
Yeah. So I can go into a whole
health
deep
is,
story
health is wealth.
About my dad and, you know, just my older family in general. You gotta they gotta wait till they have a heart attack or a stroke to want to start eating right and acting right, and
it just tastes so good. Though.
Yeah, but even in that, my dad, doctor told him, hey, you need to stop smoking. You think he stopped smoking?
Told him to kiss his ass. In his mind, he needed to live, huh? Yeah.
But yeah, you got your knees out. Mine out a little bit. Let's talk about some Hoochie Daddy shorts.
Hoochie Daddy shorts. Let's talk about it, Reg. I got a lot to fucking say about Hoochie Daddy shorts. All right. Here it goes. Be clear. And you brung something up, and I already knew it.
Uh-huh.
But when it comes down to me, and I'll just talk for me, I have very, very long legs, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, guess what? I'm gonna show these pretty motherfuckers off. You know what I'm saying? But not even that. Just having nice legs, period. It's okay. We're old. We're older. We're grown ass men. We don't have to have. We don't have to wear fucking knickerbockers. You know what I'm saying? We're both in shape. You're in shape. I'm in shape. So this is something that's been. So I'll put it in quotations. Hoochie Dad. This is something that the both of us have done for quite some time, for a few summers now.
Okay, yeah.
And now it's just being put out on Front Street, and people are talking about the shit, and you got people cracking jokes, and I seen the funniest shit I saw was this young lady was like, yeah, you see these guys out here in Hoochie shorts, cat caller, hey, gray shorts. Your woman don't like you have friends, you don't like brunch, right? So I just think it's being glorified now, man. Right. It's being made, made a joke. But in all actuality, dog, grown ass man, bro, what the fuck I look like wearing some shorts that come to my calf?
Right. I mean, yeah. And, trends come and trends go.
I'm gonna keep on wearing these motherfuckers, man.
But even if you do like this, okay, it might not have been a trend in early 2000s, late 90s, but guess what? It was a trend before that, because when you look at your Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Isaiah Thomas's, like shorts was smaller. And listen, you're not going to catch me with anything right here.
Yeah, like I'm not. Come on, man. Like I'm not fucking in the middle of my fucking hamstring. Like nah.
Right. But knee length, anything above the knee, like I'm good. I'm comfortable. And as you can be comfortable, even if a man has his shit up here, he's comfortable with it, so be it. That's him. That's his prerogative. Yeah. I don't look at him any other way. I'm not gonna say, and I think
the shit's funny. I'm gonna look at you some type of way. I think the shit's funny, but I'm not gonna necessarily judge you.
I'm not gonna say he's gay.
Yeah, fuck no. Yeah.
So that's one thing that we do in the Black community. We tend to judge people
heavily off of fashion,
right? Off of fashion
apparel.
They're gay. He's gay. Something about him. He's like, no, like, as you said, yes, I'm going to look at my nigga funny. I'm like, damn, my nigga got shorts here, but I'm not going to necessarily, this man's gay.
Yeah. No.
But that's something that we tend to do in our community. Comes across that way. Even just the new phase now, like everybody is commenting on this shit. Like you said, niggas have been wearing shorts at their knees, above their knees for at least 5-6 summers now.
Man, for a
you know
long
what I'm saying?
time,
like, and now it's just a topic of, for whatever reason, I don't know. And it wasn't even called Hoochie Daddy shorts then. Like,
no,
this name phenomenon is just came up all of a sudden. I don't get it. Women like, I couldn't even see myself with a man as shorts is on his knees, above his knees, or whatever else. Like, I mean,
well, you're entitled to your own opinion, and in my opinion, you're a clown. So, yeah. But everybody, it takes people to be comfortable in their own skin, man. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, some people may not have legs like mine. They might not have legs like yours. They may not feel comfortable. It's all about being comfortable. It's all about what's comfortable, what you're comfortable with
Right.
You know, and you being comfortable in your own skin. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not gonna wear no motherfucking shorts to my hamstring. You know what I mean? No, I'm not gonna do that, dog. I'm not gonna do it. Okay. I'm not gonna do it. But at the same time, like if I want some nice fitting shorts that complement me and show off something that's nice on my body, then what's wrong with it?
Right.
Nothing. I just got to find my niche and find out what works for me. Right above the knee area, like so. This works for me.
I'm with you, man. Listen, let me get that around the
This works for me. You know what I'm saying? This works for me, bro. And I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, you should definitely go with whatever's comfortable for you.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
I done got some backlash though.
But so as a man,
from women though,
as a man, you like, and so that's our problem. Especially Black men, you have to maintain a certain persona to be masculine. You have to be masculine. Like, of course, you are masculine. You my nigga. You are masculine at all times. It don't matter what you're doing, where you at. But
for sure,
your masculinity is going to be viewed on what you wear, what you don't wear, how you present yourself. You never base a woman's femininity off of, okay, she put your wife beater on and some of your basketball shorts to run outside to throw the trash away. You don't never say like, damn, baby girl looking like old tomboy right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or you see a woman that, you know what I'm saying, washing the car, doing whatever else. You know what I'm saying? It's never, oh, she got Jordans on with some Nike socks, you know, pulled up, you know, her calves or some shit. Like, it's never, oh, that's a tomboy. She a stud. You know what I'm saying? Of course, there are certain indicators, but it's not like you're never basing that femininity off of clothes. But you as a man, your masculinity is definitely like can take a hit from
100%.
Whatever you put on.
100%. Like I think that when it comes down to clothes, I think that we both have a variety of different flavors and a variety of different styles. You know, so and I like and we both like to switch it up, right? So I can agree with that. I've seen a couple of things or looked at or tried a couple of things when it comes down to fashion that I thought was fly that people may not subscribe to. It's not going to change me. They might look at me some type of way, they might not, but at the end of the day, like, it doesn't change who I am as a person.
If you put on chinos or you want to have your ankles out, it might like, what's up with this European style? Like, that's funny. You know what I'm saying? Like,
let me tell you something too. Side note, let me give you flowers too. When you were in Louisville,
the Commonwealth.
Yeah, you were in Louisville, man. You had the shirt on, like it was linen or whatever. You had the off-white fours on, I believe. Had the shirt out of shit. I'm trying to working to that point. You know what I'm saying? You had the shirt unbuttoned. I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get to that point. That shit was fresh though, bro.
I appreciate it, man.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to that point, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to do
something. Yeah, the shit was fly though, dog.
I'm trying to do something.
I got to give you flowers on that, man. I like that type of shit. I can't. That's the one thing that's like But I never tried it though. I'm gonna give it a shot.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give it a shot.
And it's opportunity too. Like, you got to be in the right place, right setting. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you come fuck with Miami, that might be the type 5.
Of course.
Yeah.
Hoochie daddy shorts, man.
It's a summer.
What the fuck you want to wear, man? Guess what? If you see me, if you fuck with me, guess what? My fucking knees are gonna be out. Some of my thighs gonna be out. Sue me. If you think I'm a punk or pussy, try me.
Try me, as Dej Loaf has said. Yeah. I saw this conversation and it said and they were mainly talking about women, so I'll keep it there. Because we do hear more women say they're single by choice.
Okay.
Right? But you can, when you look at what are the options, you say, okay, are you single by choice or you're single by circumstances, right? So when I think about single by choice, I would say, okay, you're single, but your options are limitless, right? Limitless.
All right.
And the options that you have are all viable. They are good options.
Okay.
But you just choose to be single.
Right.
All right. So single by circumstances, you are single because while the options can still be limitless,
okay,
they aren't good options. They aren't options like these. Maybe these options don't meet your standards, or they're not, what you're looking for. So there's a big difference between the two.
Yeah, there is a big. So it's about settling.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah,
in a sense.
So because a woman will tell you like, "Oh, I'm single by choice," and you can dig into it. So, are you single by choice? So why are we talking then? If you're single by choice, that means you have all the options in the world, and all the options are good. No bad options. Maybe one or two duds here. No bad options.
I ain't sold on the bad options, but yeah.
Yeah, no bad options. So, okay, you're single by choice. That's single by choice.
Right.
You're single by circumstances you are single because all your options are not good. Like you got the motherfucker to stay with his mom, maybe the motherfucker that don't have a car, maybe the motherfucker that got 5, 6, 7 different baby mamas. Like, so, but a lot of women will tell you that's single by choice. No, that's not. That's single by circumstances because these motherfuckers don't meet your whatever bar you have. They don't meet your expectations. So are you really single by choice?
It's subjective, Reg.
It is. Is it?
It is, bro, because it's you could settle.
You could, but it's still not your cup of tea. It's still it ain't what you want.
But it's a choice. Settle or not.
It is a choice.
Subjective.
It is a choice. But it's a choice. You're choosing to be single, but you're choosing to be single because of the circumstances are bad.
No, the circumstances are not necessarily bad. The circumstances may not be too
okay, so let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Who so let's give me a celebrity that does not do it for you.
It does not
do it for you. Or just give me a woman in general.
JT from the City Girls.
Okay, JT from the City Girls. All right. So here's your single by choice, right? You have a couple cash dolls, different women that they all remind you of cash doll. They do it for you, right?
You say that, man. Got me over here blushing and shit, man.
Right? They all do it for you, right?
Yeah.
They after you.
Okay.
But you like, you know what? I'm good. I'm just like, I'm doing me. I'm chilling, right? But you want these motherfuckers. They embody everything that you like or that you want, that you feeling, right? But you just made that decision, like, your choice. No, I'm good. Now, on the other end, you have a bunch of JTs that you don't like at all. That you know what I'm saying? But that's the only thing that's like you like, damn, every time I turn around, it's a motherfucker that's like, remind me of JT trying to holler at me. That's why you're single, because those circumstances that you're in just ain't the shit that you want. But
you could.
It's still a choice that but because you could settle for the JT.
Yeah, because majority of people out here in a relationship realm or in a dating pool, they settle. Most people that are married, they are settling. Make no mistake about that.
Well, I will agree with that 100%.
You have no choice, sir. I'm telling you.
You know what? A side note, real quick. I thought about this. I was like, you know what? We should get into like just the conversation of, because of course we talked about the steak and the hot dog plenty of times, but we should really get into the conversation of, you know, these niggas that are always portraying and talking like they don't deal with nothing but steaks. But they wife in the hot dog. But that's it. We gonna move on. We gonna move on.
It's so common.
We
can move on.
Because there's a lot of y'all niggas out here that's wiping hot dogs talking about all y'all eat the steaks, but whatever. But yeah. So it is a choice and it is settling.
Okay. Yeah.
But it takes a bad motherfucker to be single by choice. That's because all the options are viable. They're good. You see, like you feel like you're surrounded by nothing but like, I know this man good, but I ain't ready for him yet. I know this woman good, but I ain't ready for her yet. Blah, blah, blah. Because most times when you say like, oh, this motherfucker's good for me, it's a good man, it's a good woman, I'm gonna go ahead and lock it down or do what I need to do. So, you know, but there ain't too many people that's just like, nah, like I'm good right now. I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna hold on.
I can't subscribe to that, Rich. I think it also too it has everything to do with where you are in your life, man.
Now that takes a different type of person too, because a person could be in a bad spot and be toxic. Like, listen, I'm not good for nobody right now, but still engage in relationships. And most do
because you chasing happiness or what you think is happiness, and what the reality of it is happiness comes from within. Mm-hmm. That's a gem for your asses. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Most people don't realize until 2, 3, 4, and 5 relationships or situationships or sneaky links or whatever catchphrase you want to put into it to understand that happiness comes from within first. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
okay.
But I ain't gonna hit y'all to death. I ain't gonna love guru y'all to death.
Right. So listen, hey women, when y'all start telling me y'all single by choice, I'm asking what them choices look like.
Right.
And so
you got a bunch of hot dogs out there.
Yeah. So you need to, exactly. So you need to, so that goes for all of us, because you need to start thinking about them choices. Like, are these the viable choices or these ain't the good choices? Because I might be single by circumstance instead of, oh, I'm single by choice. But of course you are single by choice because you choose to be single, but it could more or less be circumstances, because it ain't like the motherfuckers out there that you don't want you. And the motherfuckers that do want you, you don't want them. So those are the circumstances. What was we talking about earlier?
As far as what?
You said they will make you feel like the new motherfucker is everything that you aren't.
Oh shit. That's what so I was saying, like, at the end of the day, when it comes down to men, I think men are more inclined to be like, and I might get some backlash for this, but who gives a shit? I'm unapologetic. I think men are more inclined to give women their flowers when it comes down to a past relationship, as opposed to a woman giving a man their flowers. Most women that I know, once they move on, like, and it's fine. Maybe it's for their own mental health, to move on completely, and that's fine. But I don't think bashing the man that you were with previously is always the right answer. And I think that happens a lot. I hear it a lot, Reg. I do. I hear it a lot.
I don't ever think it's the answer.
Yeah. Yeah. It like, at the end of the day, it's a crock of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to, like, this person that you're with or that you were with, right? Like you don't have to rag on him, man.
No.
Just because it didn't work out between you two, and now you got this new cat. Right. Like, but it happens, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And in general conversation, like here and there, like like this is new to me because the last man I dated or last woman I dated, like she ain't like do shit like that.
Obvious. It's
that's basic, simple shit.
It's
but
obvious
some people
that
go far beyond that.
It's obvious you're gonna point out the differences because if there weren't any differences, then you would not have gravitated to said person.
Yeah. And that's cool.
Like, be clear. Yeah, right. It's cool. But I'm talking about ragging.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
Would you let a woman do that?
Would I let her rag on me?
No. You're dating a woman.
Okay.
And all she doing is talking bad about the ex.
Yeah, nah, man. Nah. Nah. I'm the one that's gonna point out, well, goddamn. Now, hey, the nigga has some hot damn qualities now. That's the shit that you ain't speaking on. And it's like we talked about a couple of weeks ago. I want to know it all. I want to know the positives. I want to know the negatives. It doesn't mean that I don't feel like I'm enough because, I'm that, nigga.
Right.
However, it won't hurt to figure out or find out or put, whatever qualities that person had, put them in my tool bag and remix it and make it my own.
Right. Now,
you'd be a fool not to do
that. Yeah, and I think it's okay to where if you're kind of like here and there, you're talking about little intimate things like, oh, he didn't like this, she didn't like that. Blah blah blah. I didn't have to do this, I had to do that. But once you start talking about, that motherfucker ain't shit. They da 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 da. That's a whole different story. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, but and I don't think, is it a good look if you just like specifically bad mouthing, talking bad about a woman to another woman, like telling her a whole bunch of shit, like, hey, she wasn't shit. But how many times have you ever heard a nigga say, well, and we off on a tangent, this might be off on a tangent, but we did talk about once you like break up with a woman, you leave a woman, like your dick gets small, like they ain't. When the last time you ever heard a nigga like, I had to leave. I don't like that bitch anyway, her pussy stank.
Yeah.
I've never heard a nigga admit, like him say a woman he used to fuck with, or her pussy was stank, or it was bad. The walls was not. Like it just never happens. Her head was bad. I don't know, but because then it comes the question: well, what was you doing with her? Why did you stay with her? And I do know women that said, I stayed with this nigga, even though his dick was little, because I love him.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's definitely a thing.
It is a thing, but that's well, and for them to throw that shit up to you, that's definitely trying to get a reaction and hit you below the belt.
Yeah, no question. No question.
I'm going for the that's going for the jugular. Let's and we said plenty of times here, women know how to go for the jugular. That motherfucker is like is there. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. She know exactly where to hit that motherfucker.
She know where the goddamn key.
Let's get to these some of these unapologetic truths, man. Right. And this y'all, we just did these. So these ain't none of this shit scripted anyway. But if you can go back and back in life and change one thing, what would it be? I can go back and change one thing in life. I may have talked about this before. I did a PCS move from here to Miami.
I remember you said that. Yeah, we have talked about this.
So well, but I think it was probably in a different context. But I probably would have did that different. I don't know the end results, if I would have changed it. Now, after years in life and thinking about how things happen, that's probably whatever happened was probably for the best.
Yeah.
And the way things were supposed to be, but it's always that damn what if factor. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how different will my life be? Would I be happy? Would I be this? Would I be that? Like, how will my children's life be?
Yeah. On which, I think when we talked about it last time, I think I said that I would not have moved to Maryland. It wasn't something that I wanted to do. It was something that was forced upon me because I was a young boy. I was still a minor. But you know what? I'm gonna switch up on it because I know beautiful people in the DMV,
right?
That have changed my life for the better. So to shit on them, is different. I think it was coming from a place of my own personal dream, but me being the age I am right now and being in contact or having relationships with the people that I have up there, again, it's priceless, and you know who you are. And it's priceless. Anyway, I think I would have paid attention when it came down to investing early. Right? I don't know if I told you the story about why my favorite Jordan is the UNC 9s. Did I tell you about that? So quick story. As you know, I told you that, I'm the same age as Jordans, right?
Right.
So if it's a Jordan 8, Jordan 9, I was 9 years old, right? So here comes, me growing up in the Bull City, man, in Tobacco Road, as I've said a million times, right? I had a birthday. My birthday came about, right?
Okay.
And, my mama used to always tell me, and my pa used to always tell me about saving your money, doing this, doing that. And, my pa had whatever he had going on and trying to give me my mom free game, right? So my birthday comes around, right? Birthday is in April, right? So you already know, like the spring colorway, when it comes down to Jordan, is coming. March, April, like the hotness is coming, you know what I'm saying? Springtime is come right before the summer, like Jordan gonna put some shit out, right? Back then, for sure. It wasn't as, it was so the releases were so much smaller then, right? So anyway, my birthday comes around, man, and being where I'm from, man, you had the UNC 9s, they come out of East Bay, bro, right? East Bay, right?
Shout out to East Bay.
East Bay or
East Bay magazine.
Not only East Bay, but they're in a display case, right? In a display case, right? So they, back then they put them shits in a display case like 2-3 weeks before the motherfuckers drop, right?
They still do that overseas.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm like, all right, I'm looking at these show. We going through the mall. I'm looking at these shits, man. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking UNC 9s, right? Telling my mama, I want, right? So, throws me a party, you know what I'm saying? We get up the day they come out, man, takes me down to Chapel Hill, right? Grabs these shoes or whatever, right? Later on, so I'm good to go. I got my sneakers and shit like that. Later on, she tells me, she says, you know the significance of these shoes? And I didn't know. She said I had a choice. She said I could either bought you these sneakers, or I could have made a big investment. I said, okay. And she said, you know what the investment was? Now I'm 9 years old now. I'm 37 today. You know what it was?
What's that?
Yahoo.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Yahoo.
Yeah.
Yahoo. Yahoo. You feel me? She could have took that 100+ and put that shit in Yahoo and flipped it, and who knows? So the bottom line is that if I would have listened and if me and my mom would have listened, to my Paul, maybe my life would be different. I know everything happens for a reason, but shit, you can't help but think about what could have been.
Yeah.
So
Yahoo, wow.
Yahoo, dog.
And Yahoo was started by two motherfuckers that was in the military that decided to get out and just and people didn't believe in them. Yeah.
We talk about what are we talking about? 94.
Yeah.
94.
I remember watching a documentary on that shit, man. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, man.
All right. If you suddenly became a millionaire, who do you feel obligated to take care of or give money to? Everybody gonna have their hand up.
Ooh, wee.
Like your phone's gonna be going crazy.
Doing a motherfucking Macarena in that
motherfucker. See your ass on TV holding that big ass check. As soon as you get back to your phone, it's gonna be off. It's gonna be burning up.
That's a good question. I'm taking care of my immediate family first.
Okay.
Right, mom, kids, brother, sister, stepfather. Show my dad some love. Show my pa some love because he's the nucleus of this shit. He's the capo of this shit.
Okay.
Grandma, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm definitely taking care of them, man. And my tribe my tribe that raised me, that helped raise me, right? That made me who I am, man. You know what I mean? My auntie Nate, you know what I'm saying? Her kids, shit like that. That's what I'm taking care of, bro. Motherfuckers that never left me, that saw me when my dick was in the dirt.
And believe me, yeah.
And still told me, boy, you the one, boy. Not the two, you still the one. You know what I'm saying? So that's who I'm taking care of. No question about it.
I gotta go with that. Well, for me, it's definitely gonna be the babies first.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Luna, my mom's in there. Show my dad, my siblings some love. Outside of that, I'm gonna have to dig real deep into just thinking about the progression of things and how things happen, because I do think there are a lot of motherfuckers that just hell, some people may have looked out for you when you was down and helped you out even when they didn't have to, so yeah. But for the most part, yeah, that and I do think for some of that, because some of the things that you might want to do or that you do is going to affect other people too in that positive way. Like you might want to invest in a business, buy a store, buy a building or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So now that trickle down effect done, helped out, a whole lot of other people. You ain't necessarily even have to put money in their hands. So yeah. Last one. Which sex is better, or which one do you prefer?
Uh-oh.
I miss you sex. I'm sorry. We're not supposed to be doing this sex, or drunk sex.
It's a toss up for me between I miss you.
Ooh, okay.
And we're not supposed to be doing this. And here's why. I miss you because there's feelings involved. There is emotions involved. There is everything that you I don't want to use the word miss, but everything that you have been missing in your life that or in your bed, we're talking about sex. So in your bed that you want that feeling again.
Okay.
Now that we're not supposed to be doing it, that thing hit different.
It do.
Because now you got a point to prove.
Yeah, you about to fuck somebody like your ex watching.
Yeah, not only that, but at the end of the day, the young Andre, if he hears that we're not supposed to be doing this, and we're not supposed to be doing this because she might have had a man. Now I'm going crazy. I'm going Mr. Marcus, Wesley Pipes type, and I'm
leaving
showing
the Timbs in the fitted on.
You understand what I'm saying? Step on your motherfucking skull, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Boot on the back of your neck.
You smell me like I'm on your ass.
Yeah.
So back then before it mattered. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do you. I'm getting on you. Yeah. For sure. What you got?
I'm split between we're not supposed to do this sex and drunk sex.
The drunk joint?
Man, some of my best. Listen, I had some what was that Biggie line? Any night I perform like Mike Tyson, Jordan, Jackson. I've had some of them Mike nights on some whether it was Crown, Hen, Patron. I've had some, but I've had some nights where it wasn't particularly. I remember one night I just did my thing, but I just couldn't come. And next thing I know, I'm waking up, the sun is on me, it's birds chirping, and it's just the morning. I'm like, damn, I don't even remember this great time I had last night. And it probably wasn't even that great, because she was like, well, we didn't finish. And I'm like, yeah, I know you was fucked up. But
that's why I could go with the drunk joint.
Yeah.
Because if I get a little too wasted, bro.
Yeah. Because once you doing your thing and your head starts spinning, it's like, all right, let me
I done fell asleep still moving like the Energizer Bunny type shit.
Nigga, you never fell asleep eating pussy?
Yes.
A couple times.
Yes, without I don't even have to Yes.
Oh man.
Yes, sir.
Oh God.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I will. I can't deny it. I have.
I won't deny it either.
But you know what's good? When that motherfucker don't even wake, just leave you there.
Yeah.
Just leave you there. You just happen to wake up and like, oh shit, just start, get back to work. Get back to work. Yeah. Leave me there. Women, leave them there. If he fall asleep, there's no need to take that as an insult.
Yeah, head rub, back rub. Don't trip.
Just caress. Yeah,
don't trip.
Don't get mad and like just leave him there.
Don't throw the thigh on the side of the motherfucking head and shit. Jerk your shit. Don't do that.
Just leave him there. Go.
Leave him,
you take a nap too.
Yeah,
Yeah. But we're not supposed to do this sex. That's different too. Like you said, that definitely is different because it's like that's all. I think that's almost kind of like a performance too. Like we just ain't supposed to be fucking. Maybe she's involved. Maybe you involved. Maybe you're not. But maybe this just like a motherfucker you should not be fucking. Like damn. Like we just supposed to be cool as fuck. But we had this bond that you know what I'm saying?
We just got to give it a shot.
Yeah.
So I've been down that road a couple times.
I like you, but we really can't go there. We shouldn't go there, but we're here now. So now I got to show out.
That's what I was talking about, man.
Pound town. Go ahead and push these organs back a little bit.
Don't make you fall in love with a nigga like me. Back in the day, man. I'm revived now, man. I'm revived now. I'm good. I'm solid now.
You got anything else you want to add or you want to talk about?
Nah, man. I think I'm solid, man. If we're gonna close this thing out, man, I'll say, man, shout out to the great state as I do always. Shout out to my babies. I'll be seeing my daughter here soon, man. I go get her on the 10th, man. I'm so excited, man. I'm so fucking excited to see my poo, man, and my tribe will be together. Shout out to my cousin Danielette, man. She's expecting here soon, man. Her first child, a little girl. D, I love you, and I got you. If you don't know, then you will know that I got you forever, babe. And whatever you and the young princess that's coming into the Footman clan, if you will, we're gonna take care of that. Shout out to you, big dog, as always, man, for holding it down, dog. You know what I mean? You always do your 1-2, man. You a big part of this thing. You're a nucleus behind this thing, man, and we keep this thing going. And as always, mental health is real. We may not be subject matter experts when it comes down to mental health, but I can assure you, if you tap into Unapologetic Pod IG or tap into our individual IGs or Facebook before you harm yourself or harm others, I can assure you we'll point you in the right direction and give you the help that you need. Other than that, big guy, different toilet, same shit. You know how I'm coming with it, man.
One thing that I did forget, I wanted to mention, today is the first day of is it Pride Month?
Yes, it is.
It's Pride Month.
It is
LGBTQ plus appreciation month.
Yeah,
or whatever.
shout out
awareness.
To them. Yes, sir.
So yeah.
Yes,
so
sir.
Shout out to that community.
Yeah.
To the whole community.
Yeah. Love is love, man.
Love is love. Absolutely.
Love is love.
And it's kind of ironic that we did have that conversation about that situation with the Virginia Tech guy. And that wasn't even really planned at all. In addition to this being a specific month, but yeah, man, I appreciate you, and
yes, sir.
I appreciate everybody that tunes in, gives comments, watch, whether it's watching or listening, just we appreciate it. And our dear friend Brandy, she had someone watched and had some choice words for her, and I told her that I appreciated that person.
Yeah, for sure.
Giving us the view, even though they had some choice words for her. But hey, listen, shout out to you for checking us out anyway.
Appreciate you, guy.
Hopefully you enjoyed the show. If not, then
obviously not. Yeah, something to say about it, but get outside yourself, partner.
Yeah.
Got your feelings, man.
Yeah, but thanks to everybody. Like, share, subscribe. I still don't have any kind of idea what we're gonna do for this 100.
Shit, what we got? 3 weeks?
Yeah. After this, 3 weeks. But we Aries, we adjust, adapt, and overcome.
Yeah,
so
damn
we're
right.
gonna make something happen.
Make a move.
But that's coming. But ideas, keep them coming. If y'all got ideas, let us know.
Have you got any ideas yet? I haven't seen any.
I have a couple.
Okay.
And also topics. Listen, if there's specific things y'all want to hear, questions y'all have, like, listen, I would definitely love to, entertain questions about what do we think about this? Why do men do this? Why do women do that? Or why, just our opinions, I would definitely entertain that. I would
bring that shit on.
So yeah, bring it on. We'll talk about it. But once again, thank y'all. As always, we're unapologetic, we're unfiltered. Dre the Nomad, Reg Prime Minister. We out of here. We'll see y'all next week. And we gone.
Gone.
You know what it is. Thanks for listening to another episode of Unapologetic, the podcast. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.
Better follow me.